Hello, 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 everyone. Let's see who's gonna join us today. Are we really live? Is this first question? Uh, Where am I live? If I am, it says I'm live, but I'm not seeing it. There we are. Okay, we are for real live. It was just slow, I guess. Let's see. We're gonna share with our groups real quick. All right, the VIPs and the Creative Heart Stampos. All righty. Hey, Miss Sherry, glad you could join. Okay, I think we're officially live. All righty. Hey, Miss Lori, glad you could make it. Yay. We'll give everybody a couple seconds to come on and hang out with us. Let's see who's here. All right. Everything's going pretty well there, Shori. Just keeping very busy between work and stamping and house cleaning and yeah, it's all crazy, but it's all good. I figure tonight after my shower, I'm just going to have a glass of wine and life will be wonderful again. All right. So, how is everyone? Now that I told you my woes here. You too, huh? Gonna have a glass of wine, Cherry? Is that what you're telling me? Wine makes it all better. At least one glass. 2 makes it really good. Hey, Miss Sue. Hello, hello. Hey, sis. Glad you could join. Hi there. All right. All right, we've got everybody jumping on. Today we are going to be featuring the Adorable Owls. And how perfect is that name? It is called Adorable Owls. I know it's probably backwards for you right now, but it's so stinking cute. But before we get started, I do want to go over the normal housekeeping stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and switch cameras so you can see what I'm looking at here. First up is the February paper pumpkin kit. Everyone should have received their January, or you'll get it tomorrow if you haven't gotten it yet. But now we're on to the February kit. You need to subscribe by February 10th if you want in on this one. Hey, Barb, glad you could make it. This one is the Sunshine and Smiles, and what makes this one really unique is there is an add-on die for $6, and I forgot to add that onto my order today, and that is while supplies last. But they are only $6. It's only 2 dies, but it is going to elevate your paper pumpkin experience with the February kit for sure. And this definitely coordinates with the Rainy Day. I think it's called Rainy Day suite here in the mini. I'll show you which one that is. It's really, really, really cute. All right, it's in here. This catalog has so much awesomeness in it that it really is hard to pick out your orders. Skin plastic quick. Oh goodness, I should have had it. Here it is. It is the Rain or Shine suite. So this here is the suite that this paper pumpkin is going to coordinate with. So definitely Really, really cute. It's got designer paper. It's got these cute little loose flowers. It's got the rain embossing folder that coordinates with it. So super cute. If that is on your wish list, again, this will coordinate really nicely with it. There's also a new kit. This is the Saying Thanks kit. And I forgot to print, there is another new kit released as of this week. And I don't remember the name, but it looked like it was going to be another really cute one. It had like treat packaging with like the envelope shaped treat boxes. The other thing is we are in Sale-a-Bration. You do know that Sale-a-Bration is probably the best time of the year in the world of Stampin' Up. Hey, Kay, glad you could make it. During Sale-a-Bration, you do, for every $50 you earn, you do get to choose free product from the little mini catalog here, which is our Sale-a-Bration. And that's what we're featuring today is the Adorable Owls, which is a free with a $50 purchase set. So we do have two levels during Sale-a-Bration. We have the free with a $50, and then there's free with $100. And the $100 start over here. The Beautifully Happy is free with a $100 purchase, and this Dandy Designs Designer Series paper, which we are using tonight, is also free with a $100 purchase. And that is a big pack of paper. That's 48 sheets for each of the designs. It's a really awesome pack of paper. Love the colors in it. So we are using that again tonight. Anyway, the other great thing about Sale-a-Bration, and again, Sale-a-Bration is until February 28th, is the opportunity to join Stampin' Up! To become a consultant. Hey, Arlene, glad you could make it. There's 3 options this year during Sale-a-Bration for joining. Option number 1 is to choose $175 worth of product. Anything you want out of any of the active catalogs, or annual catalog, the mini catalog, the oh my goodness, clearance rack, you can pick from there as well. But as long as your total is $175, you can also add on this really adorable boho blue mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss, and you're going to pay $129 plus tax, free shipping. So you get free shipping for that. Option number 2, still pick out $175 worth of product, and you're going to pick out the white mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss, which is the normal one that we carry. And you're still going to pay $129 plus tax, free shipping. Okay. So you have the choice of the blue, boho blue. This is limited edition. This does go away after Sale-a-Bration. And the white one. The white one's around forever. Or option number 3, if you already have your minis cut and emboss and you don't feel the need to have the pretty blue one, you can go with $175 worth of product, and you're going to pay $99 plus tax, free shipping. Okay. With all 3 of these options, you do become a consultant. That means that you can place your own orders at a 25% or 20% discount. After a certain level, then you can bump up to a 25% discount. But that 20% is like having a coupon to use every time you place an order. You do not have to be an actual demonstrator where you show product. You can be your own best customer if that's how you choose to do it. Or you can actually show and share and potentially earn a little extra income while you're doing it. Hey, Kay. Hey, Robin. Glad you could make it. Nance, glad to see you here. So again, just to let you know that those are options for joining the Stampin' Up! Family. Tonight, again, we are featuring the Adorable Owls. This is a really cute stamp set, and it's probably one of my favorites in the Sale-a-Bration offering. And I am going to show you 3 cards we're doing with this. We have card number 1. This one here, we just featured the Designer Series paper. did some strips, and we have our little watercolored owl using our watercolor pencils. We haven't used those in a really long time. Card number 2 is our fun fold. Hoot, hoot, you're so cute. And then we have here, my friend, it's your day. Isn't he cute? So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's see, where can we put these? We're going to start with card number 1. And for this card, we do have a thick, basic white card base that is 11 by 4 1/4. And I do have my bone folder here. We did score this at 5 1/2. So we're going to fold that on the score line and press that out. I agree, Arlene. This owl is adorable. All of them. And tonight we are using every single stamp in the set. I have them all out. We're using every one of them between the 3 cards. So no stamp left uninked. Okay. Next, I have a piece of basic white. This measures 5 1/4 by 4. I have a scrap of basic white. That's where we're going to do our stamping and cutting. Oop. Then I have 4 pieces of the designer series paper. This is the Dandy Designs. And each one of them is 1 1/4 inches by 4 inches. Okay, so we have, I just picked out 4 different patterns. And we're going to start with our basic white panel in these pieces here. And I'm going to get these. We're going to have just about a 1/16 of an inch at the top and bottom left by the time we get these all layered on. You're just going to figure out your color scheme and how you want them. And we're just going to put them back the way I had them. And like I said, I have a thin border at the bottom, but they do go right to the edge. Okay, so we're going to take these all to the side here. I have my, actually, you know what? Let's use our liquid glue so we have a little bit of wiggle room. So I'm just going to add a little glue. And like I said, we're just going to have a very thin edge there. There we go. Calypso Coral. This is a great way to use up scraps of designer paper. If you find that you have a lot of scraps in your stash, cut them into strips. Find coordinating colors. And just add them for a really fun background. And then our balmy blue. There we go. All right, so there's that. Next, we're going to add some dimensionals to the back of this. Get these little backers off here. Okay. Now we can set that aside for a minute. Bring in our piece of basic white. And we're going to bring in our little owl here. He's our little flighty owl. And I need my Stays On ink because we're watercoloring with our watercolor pencils. So we want to use Stays On ink. Which is not going to react with any water that we use, which we're actually using our blender pens. Whoop. Love the smell of Stays On. It has kind of like a, like an almond extract scent. So there's that. Now remember, with Stays On ink, you have to use the Stays On ink cleaner. This is a oil-based cleaner that breaks down the Stays On ink. And we can just go ahead. And it does have like an oily, there we go. Okay, so we have our little owl, and we're going to bring in, like I said, I have my blender pen. I have all of my watercolor markers, watercolor pencils, and that's both sets. That's collection 1 and 2. I just took them out of the box and put them all in here. So I have them all together. Bring my little scrap to clean my pen off with in between colors. And I am going to pull my pumpkin pie. I have here Early Espresso and Cajun Craze. And this would be the Daffodil Delight. All right, set that aside for a minute. All right, so we're going to start with a pumpkin pie. And I'm going to do his little beak. I'm just going to color that in, as well as his little feet. We're going to take that blender pen and we're just going to blend that color out. And these work beautifully with these watercolor pencils. You can absolutely use our watercolor pens. We have the brushes that you just add water to, but these work super. And then of course you just scribble that out to get all the color off them, and then you can move to the next color. I'm using the Daffodil Delight to do his little eyes. And again, just blend that color. All right. Now I have my Early Espresso. We're going to do around here. And I don't worry about filling in all the areas because once I go to blend it out, that's going to take care of it. I'm glad you like it, Barb. It is pretty cute. But these owls, they're so easy to work with because they are adorable. All right, take our blender pen and see how it just takes all that rough, choppy coloring and blends it nice and smooth. Now, because I'm using plain, normal, everyday, basic white cardstock, I don't want to go over it too much because this will pill. If you feel the need to really blend, then you'd want to use some watercolor paper so that it's can handle the water or liquid that's in the blender pens a little bit better. All right, now I have my Cajun craze. We're going to do the inside his ears there. And then we're just going to do around his face. And again, it's kind of a rough lay down of color here. And then we'll go ahead and blend it. I'm going to add a little extra there. And maybe a little there. And we can just there we go. He's all colored in quick like that. Put our pencils back in the case here. Oop. All right, now we need, I have here the Stylish Shapes dies. I'm using the second largest of the circle dies. Let's get our plates. And of course I have our boho blue mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss, or as I like to refer to it, the Baby Boss. So we're going to put our plates down like so. Add our little owl with our circle. And run that through. So there's our little owl. That out of the way. All right. I have here some balmy blue and white variegated ribbon. It's a really smooth textured ribbon, but I'm just going to cut off a piece. And I'm going to have it all nice and looped. Like so. Turn that over. I'm going to add some adhesive there. And I want to make sure this is going wrong way. No. Okay. I want that up here like so. There we go. All right. So we got that tacked down pretty well. We're going to take some dimensionals. That helps secure that a little bit too. Bring our base back in. And he's going to go right about there. You can trim that down a little bit. Okay. Next, I have a scrap of 1/2 inch wide basic white, and that is for It's Your Day. I'm going to bring that in, and I'm going to use my Memento Black ink for this. Get this straight. Your grid paper is really good for helping to keep this stuff nice and straight. You can get it to lay down. Okay. Not bad, not great, not bad. Now, I've got here a new punch. This is a new, shoot, I forgot the name of it, but it is the new Pick a Punch. And we're using this one here that's got the extra little scallop to it. Open it. Get that. In there straight. And that just lops off a little edge here. Now, to get this other end, because it doesn't only take off a little bit, I'm going to have to cut it. Well, probably a little bit closer to here. And now this is kind of short, so I'm not going to be able to get that in there. So I do have another little piece of scrap that I had. And I put a little bit of that green glue on there and let it dry. So it's a temporary adhesive right now. That's the one cool thing about this green glue. If you let it dry before you adhere it to anything, it becomes a temporary. So now I can have it on here. And now I can sneak that in there. Get that lined up where I want it. There we go. And trim. I probably got that a little shorter than I needed to, but that's okay. And we're going to take a little dimensional. And that's just going to sit like so. Next, to finalize this card, we have some rhinestones here. And we need, take your pick tool, little putty end, and we're gonna add a few rhinestones around. I did go a little heavy with the rhinestones on this one just because I thought it needed it. Go there and another little one right there. And that finishes our first card. Isn't it cute? It's your day. Well, thank you, Sherry. It does help, Nancy. Those little handles are always good to have. And I like to keep one ready to go because I always tend to find I need them. Okay, so we're going to set this aside. And we're going to do card number 2, which is our fun fold here. Hoot, hoot. You're so cute. Isn't he sweet? I know. These cards are really cute. You can't go wrong with these little owls. Okay, so for this one, we have some fresh freesia. We have 2 pieces. First one is 4 1/4 by 7 1/2, and it's scored at 5 1/2. So then we get this little piece here that folds upward. And then the second one is 3 by 8, and it's scored at 4 inches. And we're going to fold there. Then we have some designer series paper. We have 4 by 5 1/4. Then I have 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then I have 2 pieces that measure 4 inches by 1 3/4. And those are for here. Then I have some basic white pieces. They are, let's see. Oop. 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And what did I do? Oh, I guess that was it. And then I just have my scrap for stamping. Okay. I want to make sure I have my measurements correct here. All right. So let's go ahead and start adhering pieces. So we have our first piece of designer paper. And we're just going to go ahead and add our, I'm going to run out of Seal Plus. I'm going to have to go get another one. Oh boy. So we're just going to go ahead and line that up on the inside of this piece like so. And then we have the smaller 4 inch by 1 3/4 inch pieces, which is just the reverse of this one. One goes on the inside like so. And then this one goes on the outside. Yep, there we go. We ran out. All right, I got to grab another one. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so we have our Seal Plus. So we just open this up. This innards here goes right in the trash. And then this just falls out of here like so. Ooh, maybe. Hopefully. Okay, that should work. Get that facing the right direction, and that just pops on like so. I think that's okay, there we go. Maybe. Okay, there. It's got to be. There we go. I think that'll take care of it. Hopefully. Yeah, we'll get into the front one. Okay, there we go. And this is going to go on the outside here. Okay, so there we got all of our pieces on for the main card base. And now we have our pieces for the actual card, I guess you could say. So we're going to go ahead. This goes onto the inside. I don't know if this is going to work. We'll see. It's awful loosey-goosey. Okay, there we go. And then we have our designer paper that goes on the front. Okay, so just, I don't know. This is really not working good. We'll see. I'm going to try to make it work. If not, we'll get a different one and then we'll let Stampin' Up! Know in the morning. It's one thing about Stampin' Up! They are very good. If you get something that isn't quite right, they will replace it. They have excellent customer service, I will say that. Okay, so now let's keep that off for now because we're going to do some stamping on there. All right, we're going to start with our scrap here and our little owl. We're using this cute little guy that has the little bow tie. And we're going to use our Memento ink because this time we're stamping. We're coloring with our Stampin' Blends, which are alcohol markers. There's alcohol in the ink, which makes them fast drying, but excellent for blending. So we're going to go ahead and stamp him down just like so. Isn't he adorable? All right. I'll go ahead and clean that off. He's so cute. Okay. Next, I'm going to bring in my markers, which I have them all here. I have a variety of colors going on here. We have Balmy Blue, light and dark. We have Pumpkin Pie, light and dark. I have the Parakeet Party. I have Fresh Freesia. We have Crumb Cake. And we have So Saffron. Those are our colors. So we're going to start. Well, let's do the parakeet party, which I actually only used the light to do his little eyes. So I'm just going to go around in here, get his little eyeballs. And then I used the dark So Saffron to just color in his. Oop, didn't let that ink dry for long enough. And then we're going to take the light pumpkin pie, and I'm going to do his little beak and his feet. And then take the dark and do his little feet. I got his bow tie. We're doing in the balmy blue. So we're just going to color that in. And I have no rhyme or reason for what I'm coloring first. Future, don't do the lightest color yellow in the eyes first because it needs that extra time to dry. And then do the fresh freesia. Let's do add a little dark just to add some highlight there, or shading, whatever you want to call it, shadowing. Okay, I'm going to do the rest of him here. I just think these guys are so cute. And they're going to make great birthday cards for sure. All right, so I'm just going to add a little of the dark around these areas here. Around his wing. And right down here by his belly. Okay, and then I have the crumb cake here, and I want to use the light and just fill in his face. and his little chest area here. Take the dark. Go a little highlight here. Go. There we go. Then I've got the decorative circle punch here. We're going to go ahead. There, that's better. We're just going to get that lined up. Punch him out. Isn't he cute? Then we need, this stamp says hoot you're so cute. Well, we only want hoot in the front and the you're so cute on the inside. So how we're going to do that is I have my little mini Post-its, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to cover up you're so cute. So we just want hoot for now. So I want to take my Memento black ink. And remove that. So now we have just hoot. And we're gonna use the scrap here. And we're going to, oh, I've got down a little bit too low. Let's try that one more time. Always goes better when no one's watching you. You do know that, right? Okay. When no one's watching you, it goes perfect. Someone's watching you, forget it. Okay. Well, that's crooked, but yeah, that's a little too crooked. Let's try that one more time. We got space to do it on. Let's just do it. Okay, let's try. There. Much better. Okay. I knew we could do it. And we're going to clean that off. I got to bring my little trimmer over here. Okay, we're just going to go ahead. We can trim that a little closer. Maybe. There. And then we're just gonna using our snips, we're gonna trim that off there. And we're just gonna do a little banner on this one end. Okay. Now, before we get too crazy here, let's go ahead and do the inside. That's where we want the "You're so cute." So now we need to cover up hoot hoot. I got a little crazy there with the ink, but hopefully we won't screw this up. We're just gonna go straight down, straight up. There we are. Yay. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our adhesive. Yeah, this is not going to work, so we got to get another one. That's okay. Like I said, we will call Stampin' Up! Tomorrow and let them know we have a faulty, and they will replace that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that one, but it is very loose on there and it's not working right. So we're going to set that one aside. That's going to pop on like so. That's going to pop on like that. And much better. And like I said, I do want to use a little extra because this is going to go on the inside here. Just like so. And make sure that's nice and adhered. That flips up, that goes in. All right, so now we need some dimensionals again for our sweet little owl. Go ahead, remove those. Oops. And he's going to go on just like that. Okay. And then, of course, we have our hoot hoot. You're so cute. We're going to start with hoot hoot. And we're going to add a couple of dimensionals here. And that's going to just line up there like so. And then I have here, these are the 2021-2023 in color opal rounds. These are carried over from last year. They are in the annual catalog. And we need our take your pick tool. And we're using the Fresh Freesia colored opals. And that is our card. Are they not the cutest little boogers? I love owls anyway. They're a little spooky sometimes, but we kind of laugh here at our house in the summertime. We sit out on the porch and there is I think it's the barn owl that it's got the weirdest, I think that's what it is. I think it's a barn owl. There is a specific owl anyways, that we have around here. And it doesn't just go whoo, it goes whoo, eh. And that's how it sounds. It goes whoo, eh. And I tell my husband all the time, I go, well, there's the owl with the broken hooter. So we tease that it has a broken hooter around here. At least I do. Because it's like owls are supposed to say whoo, whoo. And this one goes whoo, eh. But I did look it up. And it is a specific owl that does that. And it just makes me laugh because he's got a broken hooter. Anyhow, here's our last card. This one's my friend. It's your day. And he's the little birthday owl. So he's got lots of pieces and parts as well. And this one we're using Coastal Cabana. It's a color I absolutely love, but kind of haven't used a whole lot of lately. Mostly because we haven't had any designer paper to go with it. Well, this new Sale-a-Bration paper has paper that coordinates. So I got to use it. I have 2 pieces of basic white, each measuring 4 by 5.25. And then I have lots of little pieces of Coastal Cabana here. Get these out. All right, so we have 2.25 by 5, 2.25 by 4, and 2 3/4 inches squared. We have some designer series paper. This measures 2 by 4 3/4, 2 by 3 3/4, and then I have a piece of basic white that's 2.5 inches squared. So we're going to set these pieces aside for just a minute. We'll take our card base, which I think I told you was 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We got our bone folder. We're just going to go ahead and fold on that score line and press that out. We have a piece of basic white. This is going to layer right on the front here. So just go ahead and add our adhesive to that. Okay, there we are. Then we're going to bring in our other pieces here in our designer paper. So these are going to layer together. Get that a little close to the edge. If you ever do that, you just fold that adhesive right over onto itself so it's not sticking out. There you go. And then you're just going to layer these up. Like so. All right, so those are all together. Now this one is going to lay flat on our card base. So we're going to go ahead and add our adhesive to this. That goes like that. This one gets dimensionals. There you go. And that's going to layer right about there. All right. We're going to bring in the inside piece of basic white. And this one is going to say, it's your day. Where did I put that? There it is. We need our memento. It's your day. And that goes on the inside of our card. There we go. Now we can bring in our 2.5-inch square piece. And we need our little birthday owl and our memento ink pad. So we're going to ink him up. And we're going to stamp him off to the right of our square here. Make sure I have him on there. Like so. Clean that off. And then we want my friend. And that's going to go up here in the left corner. Like so. Okay, now for him, I used Granny Apple Green, Bermuda Bay, and the Dark Pumpkin Pie. So, and actually I used only the light. Okay. Same thing. Oh, I used the lights of these. So it was the light Granny Apple. And I just did, I kept him really simple as far as the coloring goes. Did his little hat. And then, of course, his eyes. And do his beak. And then we have our Bermuda Bay, because I don't have a Coastal Cabana. Stampin' Up! Didn't do Coastal Cabana as one of our Stampin' Blends. So this is the closest color by using the light. And just do his little chest. There we go. Now we go ahead and adhere this to our square. And for this one, we're going to put our adhesive here, and then we're just going to put a couple of dimensionals on this side where it's going to hang off. So this is going to go yeah, that looks good right there. And then to finish this off, I'm using the faux sea glass shapes. I'm using these here. They look like they would coordinate pretty well as far as color goes. So, got and that's card number 3. Well, thank you, ladies. I'm glad you like them. All right. So recap. There's our card number 3. Got a little ink smear. Here's card number 1. This was our first one we did with our colored pencils. And then here is the Fresh Freesia, and I think he's my favorite. Of course, I don't know. I like that Coastal Cabana too. I don't know. I like them all, but I think the Fresh Freesia might be just a smidgen more my most favorite. Well, thanks, sis. I'm glad you like them. Thank you, Robin. I am so glad you like it. All right. So it is, like I said, Sale-a-Bration. These owls are available free with a $50 purchase. So I hope you can have the opportunity to get these in your stash because they are so stinking cute. All right, folks. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. I really appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Barb. I really appreciate that. Awesome. I'm glad you got it coming. So I hope you have a fabulous rest of your evening and an even better week ahead. And I will see you back here next week. Bye for now.